Hey, what it is, boys and girls? Welcome back to a new episode of A Story to Tell right here on the CWF Network. I am your host, Mush King, and you're now tuned into a show where I like to tell crazy stories of the internet, crazy stories of my life, and just crazy stories of just things that I see, hear, read, or do. So if you're into that kind of thing, go ahead, please like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Also, shout outs to us for cracking 2,000 subscribers. So if you want to be a part of the friend group, go ahead and join the channel. Now, before we get into this, today we are talking about trust. Now, listen, when it comes to the dating scene, a lot of people have trust issues. Now, one thing with me, I've never really had like trust issue situations in my personal dating life. One, because I never dated people who had those type of issues. So it's just like I never really did that. And then two, I never really had to I wanted your location. I never got involved or wanted to get involved with somebody like that. So that's the story that we're going to get into today. But I hope you're doing well. Sit back and relax. And let's get into this letter really quickly. Now, the letter says, I've been hurt in the past and I feel like the emotions of being suspicious of others always remained in me. I do love my current girlfriend. She shows me no evidence of cheating on me, but sometimes I feel like she's not fully honest with me. She disappears for hours without saying anything, the only later she mentions what she was doing. I get that everyone has their own lives and own business, but she wants to tell me much more things before she does now. I tried talking with her and I was a bit harsh on her and said some hurtful things. This might not have been the best place to write my relationship issues, but I feel very lost and I don't know what to do and how to deal with this. After doing some reflection last night, I kind of realized that the problem might be me and my insecurities. I fail to find the balance of my emotions. Sometimes I calm down quickly. Other times I feel uncontrollable sadness, anger, and disappointment. But over time, I forgot the values of being a stoic and let my emotions control me. Fuck, I'm going to start rereading Meditations or Seneca's letters this night. Now, the one thing I do want to say with this is one, if you are in a situation where somebody is like constantly checking up on you, controlling you, doing things like that, you need to get out. That's just number one. It's not going to end well. It's not cute. Like, I know a lot of times people are like, oh, that's so cute. Like, he's always so worried about me. The one thing that I do say is, and this is someone who's now talking from a long term relationship standpoint. Now for me, it's just like I haven't been in a dating scene in a minute. I really haven't. And you know, me and Dare, we watch our friends go through their dating situations and it's been crazy. Like it's been police involved, it's been fights, it's been, you know, stabbings. It's been a lot. And I've seen a lot in this lifestyle, just being here in this. So it's just like anytime I hear somebody being like, oh, I like him, he a little bit jealous, he a little bit crazy, like I get it. We all grew up differently. We all grew up under certain circumstances, but there are certain situations that I'm just not going to put myself in. The one thing that I always say is like, I was born alone, I'm going to die alone. And it's funny that I say that because Dare is a twin, so he wasn't born alone. But, you know, it's still a phrase that I say because it's just like, you know, going to be you're going to be born and then you're going to die and you can't take a friend with you. You can't take a boyfriend with you. So it's just like, you know, all of those things where it's just like, oh, this is cute, like da 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 da. And then the shit turns violent. Then it's just like, oh man, help me, help me, help me. When like the whole time you saw those signs, like the signs in the beginning be right there. And it's so funny that I just watched, I know a lot of you go crazy about Reasonable Doubt. And so, you know, I've watched the show, but not really like paying attention. I've just kind of caught, you know, episode here and there. But yesterday I watched, because I know that season 3 is coming out. I watched season 2, all of it yesterday, and it was just a very interesting show, like just on the couples and things like that. But the one thing is the trust issues, like especially if you're somebody who's been in a situation where someone has hurt you. And so now you carry this jealousy, the rage, the all of that. Like, and I can't say that I'm not a person who has done that. Like for me, like my thing, my trust issues isn't more so with, you know, wanting to trust people so bad that I allow them to do anything to me. That's not really where my trust issue is. My trust issue is I don't allow people to get close only because of the things that I've been through and the way people have sabotaged me. So it's like a method that I use. So we all have something that kind of guides us into being the person we are, being the friend that we are, being in a relationship that we are. And so if you find the need to always need to know where your girlfriend at or your boyfriend at, or you always need to know what they're doing or who they're talking to and stuff like that, then like it's like maybe like the guy said in the letter, maybe it is you and your issues. Maybe you had something in childhood where, like, you can't trust certain things. Maybe you seen your mom do something to your dad or your aunt do something to your uncle. And so that's the reason that you carry the thoughts that you carry. And so going back to Reasonable Doubt, I liked it because it showed a lot of therapy scenes. Um, One, I always like when they do that on TV because it's like that's a learning lesson. Like a whole writer had to write that, and they get research from therapists about what would be said here and things like that. So it was just good to hear some of those, some of the points that the therapist was trying to tell the couple about how they were operating and like playing a game for tit for tat, like they were had a game point system. And so it's just like a lot of times, like, someone will get with another person. Most times that someone is either depressed, sad, like they've gone through a hurtful ex and something like that. And then you meet this brand new person who's just like, oh my God, it's like a breath of fresh air. But sometimes what we're doing is while we're telling that person everything that we've been through, they're using that to either sabotage us, play us, deceive you, whatever. Like you just got to be real careful in this dating scene now. Like you know, it's just real crazy. But I want to know what you guys think of this situation. Like, have you ever been in a situation where you sat around and was just like, what is this person doing? Like, why does he want to know where I'm at every day? And then, it's so funny. Like, and then it's also funny in the gay world because it's just like, with men and women, you'll say, men and women can't be friends. And so it's just like, why are you texting that friend and da 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 da? But in the gay scene, it's just like we're men dealing with men. So it's just like I hang out with men. And so it's just like it's always weird to me when they're just like, I don't like you hanging out with him because I just feel like, and it's just like, ooh, like is this what females feel like when they have to go through this with men? Like it's crazy. It's craziness. But like I said, when it comes to a situation, and this goes for everybody, you do not own the person that you're in a relationship with, you're married to, you're kicking it with, the situationship. Like you don't own that person. So it's just like if I'm 30 something and you're 30 something, you come along and then all of a sudden it's just like, boom, now we together. Like I've had 30 years of me before you came around. And that's the thing that I don't get. Like some people will get into a relationship with particular type of person I'm talking about and will uproot their whole life, their whole mindset of what they're doing and how they're doing it just to please this person or like, make sure you're being tender to their feelings and stuff like that. And it's just like you lose yourself in that little bit of time that you're with that person and you're taken away from all the years you spent developing who you were, like your personality, all of that, just to get with somebody to break you down. So if this is a situation that you're in, or if this situation that a friend is in, like I don't know how you sit there and say that to people, because that's also what I'm learning these days. Like I'm trying to learn how to say certain things to certain people because, my delivery is just my delivery. And it is what it is. Like I don't try to be rude. I don't try to be offensive, but some of the things that I say are rude and offensive. And, the old me used to be like, well, let me try to change up. The new me is just like, hey, listen, if you can't deal with it, you just can't deal with it. Like, that is it. But I want to know your thoughts on the situation. Like, how do you feel about people like wanting to know where your location is? Like, well, I want you to text me every hour so I can know what you're doing. Like, do you get upset when people text and try to put you on the line? Okay, well, let me know. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.